All right, gentlemen, you got your instructions earlier. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands. How about we touch gloves? Good luck.
Reluctant touch of the gloves between these two. If it's anything like we kicked off last year with Calvin Kattar and Giga Chikadze, buckle up. That was an epic affair, one of the fights of the year. Sean Strickland in black, Nassrudin Imavov in white. First round underway.
How close Strickland gets right off the bat, standing straight up tall. Watch for a double leg there. Ooh, that hook came quick. And that's the one that knocked him out, and so that's what he's looking for.
That's a good read, and that means the coaches were smart. Pick that out. Know that he got caught with that one.
Didn't have a lot of time before camp to do their homework from the film study perspective on Strickland.
Well, that left hook is what Pereira touched him with and was able to get him. So they're looking for it, and that's what you're seeing Imavov look for early. How close that Strickland gets is what's different. Ooh, got him with that hook. That's what's going to be different for Imavov to adjust to, is look how close Strickland gets, and he plots forward and he stays in that range. That's going to be different because nobody's been able to keep Imavov to sit still.
Yeah, he doesn't stop
moving
forward, but that right hand will stop you.
Yeah, that was the overhand right. Now he found a home for the left. Imavov on the offensive early.
Left hand gets through there for Strickland. Sean, look at him throwing kicks early, guys.
Yeah, that's a new wrinkle, right? It was pretty much exclusively boxing against Jared Cannonier last month.
Fingers.
And Strickland's been tough to land on over the course of his career. He just he'll stay close, but he's still tough to get that big shot against him. Trying to reach for the hands and find an opening.
Inside, outside.
On somebody who stands that tall, that straight up, you got to kind of go to the body on a guy like Strickland if you're in Imavov, because it's so hard to headhunt him.
Stutter step, he feinted low, did Imavov, and he came up close to that uppercut.
Nice.
Oh, counter shot from Strickland.
And this is what Strickland wants to do. He wants to head off Imavov, create the phone booth scenario over and over, and that's what you're seeing him do patiently, pressuring.
Sean getting aggressive.
Oh, man, yeah.
He's patient, and he's pressuring just right.
And this is what happens after you come off a very close decision like he did in his last fight. You want to be more aggressive, and we said, we're hoping to see that from him, maybe press the issue a little bit. And here he is. He's definitely pressing the issue. Now he's up in the clinch position. He's got double underhooks. See if he tries to transition this into a takedown.
And this is already more aggressive in terms of the output than how he fought Cannonier.
And that's what he
was in there for 5 rounds.
Sorry about that, Fitz. That's what he said he wanted to do, was pressure forward, put his chin on the chopping block a little bit more. He said, you know what, I need to take more risks and more chances. I didn't against Cannonier. This one, you're going to see me take chances, and he is.
Good moment here, bud. Ça passe. Tu fais semblant de faire ça, tu veux mettre le crochet gauche. Read the way he's flowing.
Usually these guys just throwing windmills a little bit.
I'm laughing because they're such heavy punches these guys are throwing in such a quick scenario. I mean, they're heavy.
And that's what Imavov has got to try to avoid, right? He's got to try to be the cleaner striker and not get into those close exchanges, because Sean does so well in close, in tight, keeps his chin out of the way. Even though it's up, I mean, Sean really kind of does keep it up high, but he has a knack for getting out of the way. Nice combination there from Strickland.
Yeah, he's waiting for Imavov to throw something into his shell, and then he's countering off of that offense from Imavov. He's being first and third because you're seeing Strickland pressure and feint and then counter Imavov.
Final 20 seconds of the first round. Total strikes, significant strikes, very close.
Evened up, yeah. I mean, Imavov was ahead early, but Strickland really has closed that gap nicely.
One more exchange. Second round is coming up.
Stop! Right here, Sean. Right behind you, Sean. Stay behind the line. Move back. Move back.
Right back to action in round 2 here.
All right, guys, second round.
Strickland and Imavov all on the feet as we expected. No takedown attempts. I wouldn't hold your breath based on how things are looking. There's a warning from Mark Smith with the extended fingers of Imavov on his way into the corner. Strickland using the teep to the body, just trying to walk him down, close space. Stiff jab.
This pressure over 5 rounds is the key for Strickland. Just keep this. No, he's always forward. He's look. He's moving back a little, but you'll see he'll get right back on the pedal, and he's moving forward again, and he's on Imavov, keeping him on his heels, and that's what adds up for Strickland's style as the rounds move on. Strickland slowly wears on you. I mean, just minute by minute, second by second, he keeps you moving back. You don't realize, man, I've been moving back for 15 minutes now. Before you know it.
Strickland complaining about Imavov grabbing his glove, grabbing and holding his glove. No intervention from Smith. Oh! Looks like even a new level of anger out of Strickland.
Nice 1, 2, 3 there. Nice basic combo. The 3 landed. And he just has a weird pause on that 3. He throws the 2, he ducks, and then the 3 comes over at a different timing. And that's why it's landing.
He definitely has a style of his own with his boxing, Sean Strickland, but it is effective. See, like all this weird head movement, he's got to be careful though.
Yeah, he got clipped on that one. They both took some shots in that little exchange.
And in the corner, Imavov's coaches let him know that's when he's getting caught with some of those right hands, is when Sean's dipping his head down and then coming over the top with the right.
Good timing. Beautiful timing on that takedown for Strickland. He spoke about doing that just to break up the rhythm, and that's what you got to be doing. He didn't do a lot of damage, but just to mix that in there keeps you thinking.
Yeah, nice work though from Imavov to pop right back up, but it's good to see that from Strickland, that he's mixing in those takedowns. And then again, there's some control time on the fence. He's pressuring forward.
And it's not the takedowns per se that they're scoring, it's what you do with them. He's still within the grasp here, so he's getting the control time, but obviously Imavov did a good job to spring right back to his feet. Final 2 minutes, round 2. Well, some more heat coming on these combinations from Imavov. Nice right hand from Strickland.
Some of these hooks from Strickland coming at very awkward angles. You can tell it's catching Imavov, who's a very clean striker, off guard.
Dean Thomas has been with us all night long. What do you see, Dean?
You know, Sean Strickland has made a career off of making guys that are better than him, quicker than him, fight at his level. And when you fight at his level, he's better than you down there. So he's made a career off of that, and I see him going in that direction right now, forcing Imavov to fight his type of fight in which he's better at.
Again, Strickland forces him back to the fence. There you see the output numbers and the connection rates. Imavov landing at a higher clip, but Strickland right there with him in terms of volume. He's keeping it close.
Back of the head.
So the real question is, what does Strickland do to make it his style fight? What I see is he lands the jab early, he keeps the defense tight, and he always moves his opponent's back. And now you're fighting at his pace.
Imavov starting to look for some of these bigger shots.
Yeah, he's waiting for the openings. He's waiting for Sean to throw a 1-2 or a combination, sliding out of the way.
Yeah, he's getting the timing now of Strickland. He's starting to understand the game Strickland's playing.
Yeah.
And he's making the reads back and now tagging him back third instead of waiting. Ooh, got Strickland on that one. Hurt him.
Is that an elbow that got through there?
Just a short hook, it looked like it landed there.
No more breaks for the duration of this fight as we listen into the corners.
Good.
UFC middleweight Chris Curtis.
Wait for me. Move back. Move back. Wait for
It
me.
sounded
Move
like
back.
Curtis wanted Strickland to start taking some of the heat off the punches, saying he was throwing too much energy into some of those shots.
Maybe a bit
All right, guys, third
wide.
round. Fights on.
Curtis also mentioned the toe kick. It's very effective. I mean, Strickland doesn't wind up on it, doesn't really put a ton of power on it, but just digs into your abdomen just enough.
Nice 1-2.
He cleaned that up a little bit. He didn't get as wide with that left hook, and he didn't dip his head out of the way so he could see the target there.
Oh, man.
Imavov more willing to trade in that pocket in this third round.
Heavy action in close as these two just stand right in the center. Now Imavov skates around a little bit. There's that left high kick his corner was asking him for.
There, bud, I promise. Voilà, amène-le vers nous, si tu peux, tu l'amènes au sol ici. Run it. Good. On met de vrais jabs. Mets-moi les vrais jabs. Les vrais flashballs. Voilà. Et dès qu'il va forcer, tu l'amènes.
And I've heard Nick a few times call for a left head kick. And I don't know how they wanted to set up it. You know how Sean likes to roll into that right hand and then come with the left hook? Well, he could just as easily roll his head through, come up with that left kick. Almost how, if you remember way back, how Carlos Condit hit GSP with that back in the day.
Jab, head kick, same side. Jab, head kick, same side. Il va mettre la jambe à la tête. On lui a dit, mettre une jambe à la tête. Il va mettre la jambe à la tête.
One thing that might help Strickland out a little is going to the body. He's not really going to the body either. Neither of these guys are really going to the body too much other than those teep kicks. Those are the best economical move he's made in this fight is going, those teep kicks to the gut are really adding up. Maybe adding some boxing to there as well on Imavov.
You see Sean, the way he's frustrating Imavov, pressuring forward. You got to wonder if he can make him, bait him into a brawl, make him into, make a mistake, make an opening that he wouldn't normally do like that. Something sloppy where he's getting frustrated. Even though he's having a lot of success himself, he's a weird guy to fight, man. Sean is so good at, kind of like how Dean said, just bringing you to his style.
Yeah, Imavov has been a bit stifled here in this third round. He hasn't really thrown with the combinations with regularity as he did through the first 10 minutes. That's a nice leg kick that time.
It's this range that Strickland forces you to fight at that's different. He forces you to stay in boxing range the whole fight. And most MMA fighters were used to the kickboxing range, a little farther back, and you can set things up more. And so this close quarters boxing match is not what we practice too often. Unless you're Strickland.
Yeah, right.
And he's sparring all the time with 4-ounce gloves, so it just creates a different style.
Approche-toi,
90 seconds to go in the third round. Imavov prepared to enter new territory. Has never had a fight go into the fourth round in his career.
Keep those up.
This is the fourth main event for Sean Strickland. They've all come in the last 2 years or so.
Nice counter there from Strickland. He's standing right in the pocket. Just completely welcome Imavov to stand and have a boxing match or a kickboxing match, because Sean is kicking tonight. Doing a good job with that left prod kick straight to the gut. Little friendly reminder from the corner of Strickland that takedowns are there.
Yeah.
You notice he was breathing really hard after that last round, and I noticed in this third round he's really being economical, like his corner was asking him. Look how he's not breathing hard at all. He's very calm right now, Strickland. So he almost even got a second wind, it looks like, in this third round.
Yeah, that's a good point. He really did. He did look like he was slowing down a little bit. Maybe not even slowing down, but feeling it for sure.
This is experience. That's 5-round experience, and he just got out of that type of fight, and that's why he's got this pace. He's got this understanding of what kind of economy he needs to keep for 5 rounds. And in this third round, you could see he got a lot of his air back.
Whoa, a spin from Imavov, and Strickland nearly turned it into a takedown, but he backs off. We'll keep it here between rounds as we head for round 4.
Let's take a look at some of this work. Nice 3-2 lands down the pipe for Strickland, and right here you see a nice up jab from Imavov.
The entire event is live exclusive to you on ESPN+. It's a late main card start in the U.S., 1 a.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Pacific. We heard the corner advice of Fernan Lopez, lead corner, and head coach out of MMA Factory. Settle Ghan is here in the corner of Nassrudin Imavov, as is his brother. And they said they want him to use his boxing, but on his terms. And they also believe they're losing on points. Live odds have Sean Strickland favored at -300 right now. Body head that time from Strickland.
See how Sean just gets his arms up in the way to kind of deflect your punches off of his arms? He does a great job of doing that.
Clinch initiated by Imavov. Strickland able to escape easily to his right.
On y va. Voilà, encore. Don't let him touch. Sois généreux, Nassrudin.
Total strikes are basically the exact same right now through 3 rounds and change.
What I expect for Strickland to do is kind of keep the same tempo all through this 4th as long as he stays through it. Then in the 5th, you'll see him really pick it up and try to win the 5th. That's his style most of the time. And that last round, he picks it up and almost always wins the last round. So we'll see what happens if they get through this one. That 5th round will be a banger. He's slowly just landing more and more. Ooh, nice right hand.
Yeah, Imavov starting to throw some power shots. A little more urgency after his corner telling him to pick it up. It's Strickland with a nice land.
I mean, you know, we're just looking at this. You think Sean's starting to slow down, and then he lands a nice combination like that. Even when he's tired, though, if he can fight economically at this pace.
All I need to see is that we have never seen Imavov fight this style of fight in his career, and we have seen Strickland fight this style of fight his entire career. And that's all you need to know, is one fighter is fighting the other style right now.
Strickland now just leaning on him on the fence as they go into deep waters, halfway through round 4.
Compte tes jambes et change de direction, Nas. Mets le bras dessus. Merci, Nas. Voilà, tu sais le faire. On sort. Voilà. Là, si on ne le couche pas, on perd le match. Si on ne le couche pas,
Checking out the clock, just seeing how much time he got to work with.
This is where an extra 10, 15 pounds, 20 pounds of weight on fight night really works in your favor. Now, when you're out moving in the free-flowing middle of the space, in the middle of the octagon, now your speed benefits you. But in this style fight, the fight we've been seeing where you're moving backwards, you're in boxing range, in the pocket, and you're in the clinch. That's a big man style. And Strickland has a little bit more size in this particular matchup because of the weight class.
Another 1-2 from Strickland as he lunges forward. Imavov trying to stay sharp, use his speed.
It's crazy, is either of these guys can turn each other's lights off with one punch at any second. That's the style of fight this is. They're always so close to landing big shots on each other.
And this is also, I believe, Imavov's first 5-round fight,
yes.
correct? Here we are in the 4th, and you see him, he's feeling it, for sure. There's no doubt about that. And Sean has been here. There's something to be said about that. It doesn't matter if this wasn't the original opponent, none of that nonsense. Sean Strickland has been in 5-round fights that have gone the distance. That experience is something you cannot train for.
Not just that, he did it this month. Sorry, last month.
Strickland now backing him up against the fence. Continuing to mix it up.
Yeah, Sean is pulling away badly in this round. Well, not badly, it's still very close, but he's landing the cleaner shots in my opinion. This is where I'd like to see Imavov, if he could start to try to sneak in some knees and elbows and just change up the striking style on Strickland. Strickland just walked him across the entire octagon.
Another 1-2 from Strickland as the horn coming momentarily, and we'll head to a 5th and final round in our first main event of the year.
Round. Nassrudin.
Ready for the 5th and final round. And the advice in the corner of Imavov, pretty simple. You got to knock him out if you want to get the victory, and you can tell he is feeling it, holding on to the fence, sitting on the stool. Sean Strickland didn't even sit on the stool between any round as we enter the 5th and final. And Strickland believed that was a big advantage for him, is his mentality and how mentally tough he is as the fight goes longer. That's how it appears right now, but Imavov certainly has the power and skill to change things should he land one big shot. Right over the top from Imavov. Oh, Strickland starting to unload as well.
He ducks just at the right time, and he creates an angle off the duck, and then he usually lands off that angle. It's just fundamentally he's been doing it every single round, the same thing, and it's just tough to adapt to.
Watch that elbow. Watch that elbow, Sean. That hand in the bicep.
Oh, elbow in close. I was going to say Strickland trying not to take any silly chances with some control time along the fence. Imavov landed a big shot. Now he threw another one.
Yeah, you're seeing Imavov switch to elbows now because of the close distance. A good adjustment, but you can see Strickland's obviously dealt with that in practice probably as well.
Final 3 minutes. Imavov in a circle away, does so. Strickland still firing combinations. Imavov quick on the 1-2.
Yeah, now Strickland doing a good job of kind of grabbing a hold of him as he closes that distance, just when Imavov's really trying to get those combinations going. Not allowing him. See, let's tie up. Let's tie up a little bit.
Smart game plan from Strickland in the 5th. Keep the pressure, keep the dirty boxing going, keep the clinch going, and then back to the pocket boxing. Don't allow Imavov to be moving. Don't allow him to use his footwork. Don't allow him to use his kicks. minimize his weapons and keep him eye to eye, face to face for 5 rounds. And that's what Strickland wanted to do, and that's what he's been able to do so far. Getting tired, getting a little bit more loose in his 5th. We're seeing the last 2 minutes. This is where the mistakes can be made.
Imavov is trying. He's trying to get the separation. Sean doing a nice job of just tying him up. There's the elbow again, but again, we've talked about it earlier. Dom mentioned it. That 10 pounds coming in lighter.
It doesn't seem like a lot until you're in there and
Yeah,
then you
especially
feel
in
it
a
in the
5-round
wrestling. 10 pounds is a lot. That's the difference of the whole weight class.
Exactly.
It's an entire weight class difference.
Imavov still with a chance here as they swing in the center. Just over a minute to go. Strickland now slowing it down again as he looks to salt away the victory to start his year. And what a turnaround it would be. Less than a month later after he goes 5 rounds with Cannonier. He has certainly shown a renewed aggression in this matchup. Significant strikes round by round. Strickland really starting to pull away late. Knee up the middle from Imavov.
That was a nice read, and it's a little late. He's doing that. Could have happened 2-3 rounds ago, those knees.
If he finds the finishing touch, it'll be right on time.
30 seconds.
Last 30 seconds of this war. We'll see who wants it more here.
Imavov, a little dirty boxing, dodges the big hooks from Strickland. Right the center with 15 to go. Strickland still marching forward, throwing shots. Imavov to the body, and Strickland letting it all hang out. Final seconds, and you can't ask for more than that from Sean Strickland. Noticed about this fight this week, and he goes the distance with Nassrudin Imavov. We'll make it official coming up next.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards, and here are the totals. 49-46, 49-46, and 48-47. All for your winner by unanimous decision, Sean Strickland!